Hello everyone! Today we are taking things to the next level again and painting a beautiful Dahlia enchantress. Using easy techniques, we're going to create stunning intricate flowers that anyone can try. Let's get right into it. I had an idea how to make it on the mat. I am not sure it's going to work, but nevertheless I'm going to try. A little bit of this color. It's like a damson plum. Not sure how big I want those petals, that's the problem. I want them pretty small, I think. That's probably enough. Now rose. A little bit of this. I was going to add a bit of white, some white, but I think at the moment I'll stay with this color combination. Small puddle of water. I'm just going to spread those petals. When you spread it, the colors sort of blend nicely. I could use a stick and just push them in the right direction, but then I'm not sure whether they will really blend. I made a baby circle now. Making some more petals, I actually realized that I don't have to put them on the mat in a circle. They can be anywhere individually, because I'm going to use them individually anyway, so there's no need. So I'm just putting them in between, and now I'm going to create some with a lighter color. I mix this myself, lighter pink. So these petals, the lighter ones, will be sort of more in the inner circle of my dahlia. And again, you can use tools to shape your petals. You know, I can use this tool and make it more pointy if I want to, or squash it a bit. Look, you could use a spoon just like this. That's what lots of people do it, but then it's chunkier. For this kind of flower I prefer elongated petals, but it's up to you, as I said, so you can experiment with lots of other tools. All the petals are completely dry and it's only 8 hours. When you look at the colors, I mean, because I was trying various lighter, darker, so now if you want to make them all uniform, the easiest thing would be just to touch them up with some paint. So you can lighten them up or darken them just super quickly, just like this, if that's what you want. If you are very adventurous, you could even use some metallics on top. Possibilities are endless. You could use mica powders. Look, I can add a bit of shimmer to my petals. Why not? Imagine they are covered with dew and they shimmer in the light. So you can play as much as you wish. There we are, dozens of petals dry. The best time now to peel them off. I find it very therapeutic. Love peeling stuff off. Those little bits, like, you can always trim them later. I was looking online on various dahlias, obviously, and there are so many different variations, so many petals with different shapes. Some of them look like pom-poms. They are round and really fluffy. The other ones are spiky, and my choice was the spiky ones, as you can see, and not so puffy. So those little bits, just super easy. Cut them off. I can actually trim the petals any way I want them. I might have them smaller. We'll see. Okay, peeling some more. We've got little ones. These are super quick. They look like tears, don't they? All done. Look how shiny they look in the light. But oh, by the way, thank you so much for the person who suggested this type of dahlia. I think it's a beautiful flower. These are the colors for the background. So this is titanium white and this is gold. It's phthalo green, Glacier Blue. This is a metallic paint. And this one I mixed phthalo green with a bit of Glacier Blue, so I made my own mix. This is a mix of phthalo blue and ultramarine blue, and I added a bit of white into it. Now I'll show you the consistency. As usual, uninterrupted stream. 1 part of paint, 1 part of pouring medium, which is water and PVA glue, and 1 part of Floetrol. And as I usually say, I don't measure anything, I just eyeball it. And then if I think it's too thick, I spray in some water. So today I am going to actually swipe with gold for a change. On my flower series I usually swiped with white, but I fancy swiping with gold because my flower is so purplish. I thought gold would look nice. So often I just wish I could have your help. I am adding maybe 3 drops. Now this is just silicone. Actually this is a dimethicone product. It's a coconut hair serum, not coconut oil. You can use any pure silicone. I just like this product and it smells so nice. So now I'm mixing really well because I want small cells. Oh, I forgot my super advanced swiping tool, which is a paper towel. So often you ask me what type of paper. It doesn't matter which paper. And I'm going to spray it with water in a minute. So I'm spreading white here. Now this blue. That's a pretty color. Now this hue mix. That's an interesting pattern. Look at this. Oh, if somebody wants to make a fence, this is awesome. As you can see, I just scraped off some of the green because I would rather have more blue. Might even put some of the light blue here. And now this mix. Oh, that's dark. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just drizzle your colors any way you want. As usual, I'll do the edges later. Personally, I don't like flooding everything. See what happens when we put the gold. Oh. And now for the star of the show, the gold paint. The metallics, they always seem to be thicker than other paints. Okay, how much gold do we want? Haven't swiped with gold for a long time. Spraying the napkin. With water, nothing else but water. Can any one of you swipe sitting? Because I can't. I have to stand up. So touching the canvas ever so gently. And I think they've got too much gold here. I'm going to actually do something very strange now. I'm going to actually swipe the gold with white with no silicone. I might be making a total complete mistake, you know. In which case I'll just redo the whole thing. Maybe I'll add more blue here. Okay, if I'm changing everything, well, so be it. Okay, if that that fails. Oh, you better work now, you silly napkin. Yes, I'm so glad it worked. Okay, yes, that's exactly what I wanted in the first place. I think that gold here looks awesome. Let me show you a close-up. Aren't they beautiful? The lacing is stunning. And those delicate ones here, look at that. Quite unexpectedly, but I am in love with this color combo. Oh, by the way, because I know there'll be questions, I was using a couple of drops of silicone here at the background, so we need to clean the background because at the end I'm going to varnish it. And for this I need a clean surface. I don't want any silicone residue, so what do? I either use isopropyl alcohol and a wipe, or I just use a soapy sponge and just clean it under the sink. I'm not going to soak it, I'm just going to use a sponge and just wipe it. Before I start gluing, I want to show you how beautifully it dried. It's less than 24 hours, so when you don't put too much and you swipe it, it dries so quickly. See all the metallics? I'm ready to stick the petals. And as usual, I'm just using acrylic paint. You can use glue. The one thing I have prepared is a baby wipe, because I'm going to straight away clean all the edges. See, all gone. And I'm going to repeat it with all of them. If you think you're going to mess up your painting, don't do it. Do it on the side, and you may have your own preference. Sticking on the second layer, and this one is going to be a bit lower than the first one. And yes, of course, you could paint each petal with a brush, but I think it's more fun. Mixed media piece is always fun, I think. We're just pouring a bit further, see what else we can do. And I'm really open to suggestions, not only for the new ideas for the videos, but maybe to try different techniques. That would be awesome. So at the moment it's looking like this. I think it's pretty nice. I wasn't sure what to do in the middle, whether just to add some drops, but I still have those little petals, like tiny ones. They are darker. And I've seen actually a couple of people making beautiful acrylic pours. One person was inspired by my video and made beautiful nail art. Awesome. Awesome for someone who's got nasty nails like me. I'm sorry, but every single day, whatever I do with them, they just get covered with paint. I thought it would look nice if we enhance some of the lighter sections, just with a little bit of the colors I used with white. Touching up some sections, especially around the edges, because I want the individual petals to be seen more. But as I said, not too much, just a little bit. All right, so a couple of these, just a very quick touch, as you can see. But I couldn't add pure white because it was too dramatic, so that's why I mixed with a little bit of pink. Oh, by the way, on this one, I found the paint marker. This is acrylic paint, and I outlined some of those petals on the left side just to create some light. I just put some petals together, trying to create a second bloom. Last petal, all covered with white. Okay, so this one is done. And also because this dahlia is actually two-colored dahlia, so half of it is very light inside and the edges are dark, which I must admit wasn't the easiest choice. I mean, I wish I was doing one color dahlia. It would be so much easier. But on the other hand, I do like challenges. You know, I like challenges. So a little bit of white, but not too much. So if I put too much, I'm just going to wipe it off. I've got leftover petals, and I think it would be nice if we added some little buds. Those dahlias, they have like round little buds, and some of them will be open, some of them won't be open yet. So I think I'll just put one here, and a couple of green ones. So I stuck those two and stuck one to my nail. If I had longer, I might actually try them on. Maybe it will even work. For the color of the stems, so I do have some leftover green. However, I checked online with the images, and the stems are kind of green and purple at the same time, and brown at the same time. I might use a chain and just drag the stem. Sometimes I find it easier See what happens if I put them all together. So that's the purple. Now a little green and a bit of this brown. I may not like it, but then I will just wipe it off. But again, I do like it. I actually like those colors. I think it's just the perfect color for the dahlia stem. Okay, I might fix them now a bit with a brush, but I think I'm very, very happy with the color. I don't think I would get this mix if I really mix them well, but I can see a hint of green, hint of purple. Very, very thin brush, just little touch-ups. This one should be a bit thicker. I was trying to find the leaves from the dahlia shrub around, but they are all gone. In winter they must have all perished. However, I came across like a strange plant that was a bit similar, so I've got leaves. I picked this one. I think they are the closest to dahlia shape that I could find, so I'm going to use these. Color wise, I looked online and the leaves are sort of very dark, almost bluish. The buds are kind of very bright, so I'm going to mix my green now. So I've got this, and I think the phthalo green would be perfect. So I'm going to use a bit of this green and add quite a lot of the phthalo green. And I think the bluish green will look nice with this background. I wish I could just stick these. To be honest, we could make one artwork, you know, with dried leaves that are attached, and then maybe under resin. Why not? I'm using a brush, taking my paint and just painting over the leaf. If it doesn't print well, I have to do it again and make my paint thicker. Oh, that's very, 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 very faint. Okay, that means that I definitely need to thicken my paint. Trying much thicker option now. I think they definitely resemble the original. I'll add a couple more. I printed one here, but now I need to wipe off the green paint from the petal. The harder you press, the more paint you will have on your print, obviously. Let's just hope it will print. Okay. Now with these buds, they should be partially covered with green. Adding a bit of paint here. I might add a bit of lighter paint later on. And also what they have, they've got some leaves going down and the buds are much lighter. I just added a bit here, and I'll do the same to this one. Some lighter paint. Maybe one little stem here. So this one is just going to be a little blob. Something like this. Actually, maybe I'll add one more just for good measure, somewhere here. The end of the brush is easier. So obviously these ones are not open yet. There we are. I think the waltz of flowers was very appropriate for this piece. Let me know what you think in the comments. And thank you again to anyone who suggested this particular dahlia. Don't forget to comment your ideas, I might turn them into a tutorial like this one. I premiere a new video every Saturday, so be sure to join me there live and consider subscribing if you haven't yet. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye!